Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice trigonometry math problem, which is 81 raised to the power of sine squared x plus 81 raised to the power of cos squared x. This is equal to 30. So what are the values of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. So we have 81 raised to the power of sine squared x plus 81 raised to the power of cos squared x. This is equal to 30. Now, we can express 81 as 3 to the power of 4 raised to the power of sine squared x, then plus 3 to the power of 4 raised to the power of cos squared x. This is equal to 30. Now, this is in the form of a to the power of n raised to the power of m, which we can express as a raised to the power of n times m. Now, applying this exponent property, then we have a 3 raised to the power of 4 sine squared x, then plus 3 raised to the power of 4 cos squared x. This is equal to 30. The next step is that we can apply the trigonometry identity, which states that sine squared x plus cos squared x, this is equal to 1. Now, let's make cos squared x the subject of the formula so that we have cos squared x, this is equal to 1 minus sine squared x. Now, let's substitute where we have cos squared x with 1 minus sine squared x. So this means we have 3 raised to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 3 to the power of 4 into the parentheses. This is 1 minus sine squared x, cross the parentheses. This is equal to 30. Now let's open the parentheses here. So we have 3 raised to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 3 to the power of 4 times 1, this is 4, minus 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 30. Now, 3 to the power of 4 minus 4 sine squared x, this is in the form of a to the power of n minus m, which we can express as a to the power of n divided by a to the power of m. Applying this exponent property, this follows that we have 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 3 to the power of 4 divided by 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 30. So we have 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x and 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x. So we can let 3 raised to the power of 4 sine squared x be equal to u. Let's substitute u so that now we have u plus 3 to the power of 4, this is 81, divided by u, this is equal to 30. Now, u is our number, so this is over 1. So the next step is to multiply by the LCM, which is u. Let's multiply everything by u here, so that now u times u, this is u to the power of 2, then plus u and u simplifies, so we have 81, this is equal to 30 times u, which is 30u. The next step is, so let's take 30u on the left hand side. So this means we have u to the power of 2 minus 30u plus 81. This is equal to 0. Now, this is a quadratic equation. We can solve this quadratic equation by factorization method so that we have u to the power of 2 minus 27u minus 3u plus 81. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. This means that here we have u is common, so we have u. Here we have u minus 27, then minus 3 is common here, so we factor out 3 into the parentheses. This is u minus 27. This is equal to 0. So u minus 27 is common here, so this is u minus 27. Then we have u minus 3. This is equal to 0. So we have got two cases here. We have case 1, u minus 27. This is equal to 0. And in case 2, we have u minus 3. This is equal to 0. So we have u1 is equal to 27. And we have u2 is equal to 3. Now, if you recall, we have seen that let 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x be equal to u. Now let's substitute with u1 here, so that we have 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 27. So this is 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 27, which is 3 to the power of 3. Since the bases are common here, that is to mean a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m. Since the bases are common, exponent n should be equal to m. So applying this property, then we have 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 3. So let's divide both signs by 4. And what this means is that sine squared x, this is equal to 3 over 4. To solve for sine x here, let's introduce a square root on both sides. So we have square root of sine squared x. This is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3 over 4. So let's eliminate the square root sign here. And this means that sine x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3 divided by square root of 4, which is 2. Now, this means that sine x is equal to square root of 3 over 2, or sine x is equal to minus square root of 3 over 2. Now, let's proceed to case 2. In case 2, we have that u2 is equal to 3. So what this means is that 3 to the power of 4 sine squared x, this is equal to 3. 3 is raised to the power of 1. Since the bases are common here, then we have 4 sine squared x. This is equal to 1. So let's divide both signs by 4. And this means that sine squared x, this is equal to 1 over 4. So for x here, sine x, let's introduce a square root on both sides. So this is square root of sine squared x. This is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 over 4. Now, let's simplify here. So this means that sine x, this is equal to plus or minus 1 over 2. Now we have got two cases here. In case 1, sine x is equal to plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. In case 2, sine x is equal to plus or minus a half. Now, let's start the graphical representation. Let's do a graphical representation. Now, let's start with case 1. So here, this is x-axis. Now we draw a graph of xy plane. This is y-axis. Now we have that sine x, this is equal to plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. So we have that this point here, this is 1, 0, and here we have minus 1, 0. Here we have 0, 1, and here we have 0, minus 1. Now, we have that sine, remember sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So in this case, we have the opposite here, which is square root of 3 over 2. Hypotenuse is 1. So we have an angle here, which is actually 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees. In terms of radians, this is pi over 3. This is pi over 3. Now, we have also here, this is in a straight line here, angles end up to 180 degrees. So we have 180 subtract 60 degrees or 60. This is equal to 120. So we have 120 degrees here. And this is the same thing as 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. So this means that sine x, which is positive square root of 3 over 2, the values of x here, the values of x are pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. We also have x is equal to 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. So these are the positive angles of sine x. Remember, angles that are above the xy plane here, these are positive angles. That's why we have x is equal to pi over 3 plus 2 pi k and 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. So let's proceed to sine x, which is equal to minus square root of 3 over 2. Now these are the angles below the x plane. So here we have 180, that is 180 plus 60. This is equal to 240 degrees. We have 240 degrees here. And in terms of the radians, this is 4 pi over 3. Then again here, we have another angle here. That is 360 degrees. We have 360 degrees minus 60 degrees. And this is equal to 300 degrees. So here we have 300 degrees. In terms of radians, we can represent this as 5 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3. So this is to mean the values of x for minus square root of 3 over 2. We have x is equal to 4 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. And then we have also x is equal to 5 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. So these are the values of x, where we have sine x, which is plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. Now let's proceed to case 2. Let's proceed to case 2 from here. Now in case 2, we have sine x is equal to plus or minus a half. Now let's have a graphical representation of this. So we have x, y plane here. So this means that now this is x axis and this is y axis. So here we have a coordinate of 1, 0. Here we have 0, 1. Then we have here, this is 0, minus 1. And then here we have 1, 0. This is minus 1, 0. So now we have sine is equal to opposite of hypotenuse. Opposite here is half, hypotenuse is 1. So we have an angle of 30 degrees. This is 30 degrees here. In terms of radians, this is the same thing as pi over 6. Then now we have also here, we have an angle of 180 minus 30 degrees. This is 150 degrees. In terms of radians, this is the same thing as 5 pi over 6. 5 pi over 6. Now, this implies that sine x, which is positive a half, we have the values of x as pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, and we have value of x again equal to 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. So these are the positive values of sine x which are above the plane. Now let's solve for sine x, which is equal to minus a half. So these are the angles below the x plane. So here we have an angle here that is 180 degrees plus 30 degrees. So this is 210 degrees. In terms of radians, this is the same thing as 7 pi over 6. Then we have also here another angle here, which is 360 degrees. Subtract 30 degrees, and this is the same thing as 330 degrees. So we have 330 degrees. So in terms of radians, this is the same thing as 11 pi over 6 over 3. This is 11 pi over 3. Now let's evaluate values of x here. The values of x, we have 7 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, and the second value of x here is equal to 11 pi, this is over 3 plus 2 pi k. So this is 11 pi over 6. This is 11 pi over 6. Remember, this corresponds to 330 degrees. So this is 11 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. So here we have 11 pi over 6. This is in terms of radians. Now, these are the possible values of x, that is for sine positive a half, and sine x, which is minus a half. So these are the values of x. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. Please like this video and kindly subscribe. If you have alternative solution method, kindly showcase in the comment section. See you in the next video.